Good morning, guys. It is a Monday, and I am going to take you book shopping. We are going to Leamington Spa to check out the Spicy Librarian that has just opened. They opened on Valentine's Day, and this is the first time I can get out there, but I am so excited. I've been so jealous of seeing all of these like specialty romance bookstores pop up all over the country and none anywhere near me, but Leamington is like 30 minutes away, so I'm so excited to go in and see what they have going on. I really want to get a copy of A Now Back to You by B.K. Borison because I haven't got my hands on one yet, and I would love to pick it up from an indie. So let's go. It was such a lovely sunny day today, guys. It is really starting to feel like spring. I should have packed my sunglasses. I was squinting, I was sweating, but we made it to the Spicy Librarian and I was instantly overwhelmed. Their selection is incredible. They have indie published, trad published, they have dark romance and contemporary romance and everything in between. Unfortunately, they did not have And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison, but that's fine. I still found some other books to pick up. I did want to get If Not For My Baby by Kate Golden. I listened to it on audio and loved it, but I'm trying to be stricter with myself about not buying shelf trophies because I am running out of space. Their little bar and cocktail and coffee area was so cute. I didn't get anything today. I really want to go back with my girls and get some cocktails and do some book shopping and really get into it then, so hopefully we can do that this summer. I did have a browse through the menu and it's so cute. It was also much busier than I was expecting for a Monday, which makes me so happy. There is nothing I love to see more than small businesses doing well, especially bookshops. I love that people are reading. Next, it was on to Waterstones because I still needed a copy of A Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. They did have a really good romance selection, which I was happy to see, and I did finally, after much searching, find my copy of A Now Back to You. They only had one. I don't know if they just didn't order enough or if they'd sold through a lot in the past few days since it came out, but thankfully I managed to get that one. This pissed me off. I really want to read this, but I hate a permanent sticker. Why do they do that? I'm going to look on Vinted and see if I can find one without. And then we popped into charity shops. I love this Oxfam in Leamington. It is just chock-a-block full of used books, and I could have picked up so many, but I did show restraint. A lot of them I did already own as well, but I did pick up a book in this shop, and Ken picked up a few books too, which was really nice, and that was us for the day. I've got the goods. They didn't have any bags in the Spicy Librarian. They said they had a really busy weekend, which obviously we love, so I just had to kind of walk out holding my books, which is fine, except I also had this, which I had to throw into my bag before anyone saw it. Let's get into the haul. So as you saw, Carbon Dating by Jen Smith tickled my fancy. Honestly, what drew me in initially is that it came with a free bookmark, and I am so easy to market to, it's unreal. But it made me pick it up and read the blurb and the quotes, and archaeology has never been sexier, apparently. It's the archaeological discovery of a lifetime, but her sworn enemy is digging it. When Laurel Fletcher's meticulously ordered world is upended by the discovery of a possible Anglo-Saxon burial site on her beloved family farm, the last person she expects to see is Dr. Nate Daly, the man she hoped never to encounter again. As old university resentments resurface, Nate is baffled by Laurel's hostility and strives to build a friendship with her. As they reconnect, Laurel and Nate realize their feelings run deeper than they initially thought. But just as they start to open their hearts to one another, unexpected revelations threaten to tear them apart. Can they overcome their past to build a future together? I came for the hot British archaeologist, but stayed for the strong female main character. Carbon Dating nails it, humour, heart, and just enough dirt to keep things real. A laugh out loud, forced proximity romance that also delivers on the swoon and the spice. I love swoon, I love spice, I love forced proximity. So I am so excited to get into this one. I haven't heard many people talking about it, so I'm kind of going in blind. The other book I picked up in Spicy Librarian is The Dating Pact by Lulu Morris. This is their book club pick of the month. I also, at checkout, they gave me a free little Spicy Librarian bookmark. Love that. What really sold me on this is 1, fat FMC. I love a fat girl. I am a fat girl. 2, it's fake dating, which is my all-time favourite trope. And 3, this quote on the back here by Laura Carter. It says, "At the intersection of Notting Hill and The Proposal, packed full of heart and humour." I love Notting Hill and The Proposal, so that completely sold me on this. So obviously they did not have a Now Back to You. I don't know if they just don't have it in yet, or if they sold out of it over the weekend. So I did have to wander down and go into Waterstones. But I did find her. They only had 1 copy. They must have sold through them or not got enough of them, but I'm glad that I managed to get it. We're not going to talk about the fact that I walked out of Waterstones, walked down the road and realised that they had a Works in Leamington as well. So I could have got the special edition of this for half the price, but nevertheless, I am happy to have it. I want to get round to this super soon. Also in Waterstones, I saw this beautiful copy of The Virgin Suicides. I really love this cover. I love the film. It's one of mine and my sister's favourite films, but I haven't read the book. I was umming and ahhing on it. I was trying to be good. I put it down. I walked away. And then 2 friends walked into the area and one of them beelined for this, picked it up and said to the other, "Have you read this? This is such a good book." And I thought out of all of the books in Waterstones that she could have walked up to and picked up and voiced an opinion on, while I'm in the vicinity, it was the one that I was like going back and forth on. So I took it as a sign and I ran back and picked it up. We then went into an Oxfam. The Oxfam in Leamington is amazing. So many books. It's a really good selection in there. And I picked up The Book Thief. There's a bit of an ironic story attached to this. The reason why I picked it up is because I took this out of my school library when I was about 13. And then I moved and I lost it and I forgot to take it back. And then we got a letter essentially telling me off because I had stolen The Book Thief. It sounds made up, I promise. It's just, this kind of thing only happens to me. Anyway, it looks kind of like it might be water damaged or it's been like sitting in a damp loft or something, but I really don't mind. I am a spine cracker. I am a dog eater. I love it when books look loved, so this did not put me off at all, and it was only like £2 anyway, so. And finally, a little Brucey bonus is this mug that I also picked up in a charity shop. I love tiny little mugs like this for like an evening sleepy tea or peppermint tea, and it didn't have a price on it. I just took it up to the till and the woman working there just went 50p, and I was like, yes, sold. So this is my little Brucey bonus of the haul. It is time to choose my March TBR. I am doing things a little bit differently this month. I have finally put together a little TBR prompt jar in this gorgeous little ceramic dish that I got last time I was in the Cotswolds. This is specifically to get me to read my physical TBR because they are just piling up, and so often I just rely on audiobooks and digital books, and I so rarely pick up a physical book these days. So I have got a bunch of prompts in here to help me choose 2 books from my physical TBR for each month. I usually read between 6 and 9 books a month, so I'm going to choose 2 physical books and then I'll be picking 2 digital books and 2 audiobooks, and the other 3 I just kind of leave open because I am a mood reader and I need some wiggle room. Now, I did already draw out the prompts on TikTok, so I don't want to like act and like pretend like I'm doing it for the first time, so I will just tell you what I pulled. The first prompt is the most recent addition to my physical TBR. So that's a super easy prompt because, as you just saw, I just bought 5 new books, so I kind of have 5 books to choose from, but I am going to go with And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. I have been so impatiently waiting for this. I am not waiting any longer. I 100% want to get to this month. So that is our first pick for that prompt. And the second prompt that I pulled was a book sent by a publisher. This also was very, very easy because Evermore this week so kindly sent me Across the Vanishing Sky by Catherine Cowles, and this comes out, I think it is out now actually. Wait, by the time you're watching this, this is already out, so I do need to get to this. What makes me really excited about this is the kind of like little quotes at the front. No one writes twisty small town romance like Catherine Cowles, the queen of steamy small town suspense. And If you know me, you know that I love a small town romance. That's why I want that. But especially if there is some darkness or especially if there is some darkness or some suspense, I am sold. So those are my 2 picks from my physical TBR for my March reads. I am actually really happy with this. I love these picks. I love the prompts that we got. I'm really excited to pick these 2 up. I love this thing. As an ADHD girly, this gamifying things really does help. I'm so excited to get into these. Moving on, my digital or Kindle picks for this month are non-negotiable. I have 2 NetGalley arcs to read because both of these books are being published in April, I believe, and I would like to have them read in plenty of time, and that is The Faraway Inn by Sarah Beth Durst, which I am so excited for. I feel like this is the perfect book to pick up for the transition into spring. And the second NetGalley arc that I have is Love at First Bite by Catherine Dyson. And if you know me, you know that I love a good paranormal romance. I love a ghost, I love a vampire, I love a witch, I love any of those things. So I know that this is definitely going to be a bit of me, and I'm really excited to get into it. For audiobooks, my picks this month are The Redo List by Denise Williams, because I love Denise Williams, and this is being narrated by Teddy Hamilton. And I don't know about you, but if a book is being narrated by Teddy Hamilton, I will always do the audiobook over reading it physically or digitally. And my second audiobook pick for the month, and my final pick for this TBR list, is It's All in Your Head by Sabina Nord. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say surnames like that. If you can educate me, or if you can put it phonetically in the comments, I would be forever grateful. But this has chronic illness representation, and I suffer with a chronic illness, a neurological chronic illness, so a book called It's All in Your Head about chronic illness, I feel like is made for me, so I'm really, really excited to get into that. There are a bunch of other books floating around in my mind that are potentials for my other 3. I don't really want to single in on any of them because like I said, I do like to leave myself wiggle room because I am a mood reader. These are the options that are floating around at the moment. There's just too many good books, guys. There's not enough time. I wish that I was one of those people that could read 20 books in a month, or even 15. 9 is generally my maximum. I don't know how people do it, and I'm so jealous of them. I would love to know what is on your March TBR for this month. I want to know if we have any in common, or if you've read any of the books that I've shown in this whole video. I would love to hear your thoughts on them, especially Carbon Dating and the Dating Pack, because I've seen nobody speak about those at all, so I really am interested in what people's thoughts are on them. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, thanks for coming book shopping with me, and I will see you next Wednesday.